Hello everyone, Playstyle here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Hope you guys are having a great day today. We have landed on Tyrael. Oh, Tyrael. In our A through Z playthrough. He is the Archangel of Justice from the Diablo universe. Thank you for your Dark Souls 2 playthrough series. Someone actually likes Dark Souls 2. Fascinating. He is a warrior that's a bit supporty, kind of like how Zarya plays right now. She's a warrior, she could take some damage, but she also looks out for her allies. Tyrael is the same in that regard. His kit used to be based around the idea of having very short cooldowns and limiting movement of enemy players, so he can kind of control where you can and cannot go. That's changed over time, but he's still in a really good spot. Most builds these days do go for Sanctification, which is a complete 180 from what it was last year. It's really strange. But we're going to play him today. My eye is feeling better. If you didn't catch the last A through Z video, after my 24-hour stream, I guess I rubbed my eyes really weird and I scratched my left eye, like I scratched the cornea, and it hurt so bad. Every time I blinked or looked at light or anything, it was just pain. It's feeling much better today, but I still have some of that light sensitivity, so no face cam. Just gonna play some games. We're gonna have some fun, you know what I'm saying?
Reckoning is at hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the Sky Temple today. At level 1, I think I am gonna go for Regen Master. Even though it's probably not the most up-to-date build, I always play Tyrael the same. I like Tyrael. Tyrael reminds me of a happier time. So we are going to go for Regeneration Master. Our Q ability is Eldruin's Might. This throws a sword that we can then teleport to later on if we choose to do so. Basically giving him a ton of mobility. And under the right circumstances, it makes it very, very easy for Tyrael to get away from his adversaries. His W ability is a shield that not only gives Tyrael defenses, but allies around him defenses as well, and is called Righteousness. And then Smite is his E ability. This is like the only damagey thing we have. We put this on the ground. We can hit someone with it. It looks like this. And then we also give him movement speed increase to any allies that decide to walk through it. So, I mean, it's not that bad. I kind of don't want to be... Oh, no, team. Let's get out of there. Let's get out... You're right. I shouldn't have been in there. You're totally right, Medivh. We can harass these guys a little bit, though. I might actually be able to get a kill on Nova here. It did put down the movement speed just in case. But unfortunately, she got away a little bit too fast. I have not been playing a lot of Tyrael recently. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you at all. Why would I, yo, why would you even think that, team? Why would you even think that? He is one of those warriors that I've always felt really strongly about. He has some fantastic aggression. He can go in hard if he builds to do that. But when the meta kind of shifted over to Sanctification instead of Judgment, I don't know, he just didn't have that same appeal for me all of a sudden. It was like, well, I mean, if I'm not engaging really hard, then what am I doing? I mentioned Tyrael used to be based around the idea of having really, really low cooldowns and controlling the flow of battle, or positioning of the enemy team. He would control positioning with his Q ability. He can make this impassable wall. That's still in the game. He can still do that. And then he also has his Smite ability. He used to move people to the side. So as he would throw his sword down, he would be moving people out of the way with it. So you could, if we were here, I could push someone into this little alcove here and control the battleground that way. They removed that a long time ago. He hasn't been able to do that for a while, but the Sanctified Ground is still a thing that he's very, 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 very good at. What used to make it overpowered, though, was the fact that he had battle momentum. And as you can see, he has a pretty fast, I would say, one of the fastest warrior auto attack speeds in the game. He just keeps on swinging. And this allowed him to basically reduce the cooldown of his heroic ability. Back when battle momentum did work on heroics, I mean, Judgment only has... This is with a decreased time, but Judgment only has 70-second cooldown. And in the course of a fight, with how fast he attacks, you could probably use Judgment twice if it was a relatively long fight that was going on. And this just, it gave him too much. They changed battle momentum, and made it so it didn't work on heroic abilities anymore. But when you have so much sustain coming from your base abilities and so much mobility coming from your base abilities, battle momentum still seemed really, really strong. So they removed it entirely from Tyrael, which kind of felt bad, man. Is the team coming in here, or am I just dead? We're just a little dead. You know, let's just walk away. Medivh is doing a great job of mitigating damage. We have so much damage mitigation on this team between all of our heroes. Fucking Tyrael, Medivh, and Karazhan. We're going to be able to stay alive through some shit. We're going to see some things, you know what I'm saying? We'll just put our shield up. I did want to disengage a little bit faster there, but that's okay. So they redid some of his talents. I don't remember the exact changes, but I do remember that, you know, nothing really changed. Pretty much, Tyrael's always been played more or less the same way. He can go for more damagey builds if you want to, but I don't think they're very successful. They might be. I mean, I might be wrong in that regard. But I think the biggest weakness Tyrael has always had is the simple fact that he has a trait that is garbage. His trait only gets value if you die. If you mess up really bad, then your trait gets value. We don't have battle momentum, so follow through doesn't really give us that much value. We could do increased, yeah, we'll do duration and reduces cooldown on our shield. We'll shield a lot. Let's get this regen glove. I've been really bad at this. We are pretty far away from this objective right now. Jaina Proudmoore still up in the top lane, so we are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here for a little while. But we can poke at these guys if they're not moving on right away. Doesn't look like they're even close to moving on. So I'll go ahead and start it. I'll just go ahead and start that up for you there, team. I don't mind one bit. I think we still have a numbers advantage, or we're even on numbers, maybe? I think so. Let's go ahead and get a movement speed boost to our Medivh, try to let him get out a little bit. I'm just spamming my shield right now, trying to keep these guys alive. Jaina now on the scene. We're going to get a kill on Kerrigan. Unfortunately, Nazeebo now joining the enemy team. We might be able to push them off here still. I mean, they only have a Tyrande healer. We do have a lot of sustain. A lot of sustain. But our damage dealers are being a little too cautious for my liking, so I'm just going to bail. We'll go to the Sippy Cup, we'll give them this bottom shrine, and we'll try to soak some XP to make up for everything we just lost here. Which is, I mean, it's not ideal, but we can make it work. So his trait, basically, when you die, you turn into a bomb. And I know for a long time, he had a lot of talents that were focused around improving your trait. And this was a really big problem. I think this is what a lot of the rework went back and redesigned. It looks like it. Because basically, like, you could take talents to make your bomb explode for more when you're dead, but that means you're only going to get value out of those talents for maybe 30 seconds a game tops. Now, granted, when you die, you could probably take someone with you, but the idea of only being strong when you're dead is a pretty shitty idea. It's a pretty bad starting place. So that was rethought out, and he just has more utility on the battleground in general. Like, he's a support warrior. I guess we go for... Do we go for Judgment? Do we go for Sanctification? I can't really tell. I kind of want to go for Judgment at right this very moment. In fact, they only have a Tyrande, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go for Judgment and hope we can get some kills. Like right here. Hopefully someone moves up and we can kill him. Hey, perfect. That went great. Now we can go after Tyrande a little bit. I'll just dive under this tower, try to give as many shields as I can to my allies. That precision strike did hurt a little bit. But are they going to be able to kill me? Fuck no, they can't kill me. I'm Tyrael. Varian Wren, on the other hand, diving so deep. Here, let's give Jaina some movement speed. Maybe she can get away from that thing. We gave her a shield, too, to mitigate some of the damage of that spirit. And look, she's going to be just fine. I've always had a problem with my mana bar on Tyrael. I can never seem to keep the damn thing up. I wonder if they have some kind of blue pill to help out my blue bar, you know what I'm saying? It seems like his mana costs have always been really, really high. And this is even without having battle momentum. I still seem to run out of mana just doing normal Tyrael things. We're not even like doing any crazy shit right now. 15 seconds until Judgment is up again. This Jim Raynor, very out of position, is going to be taken down once more. Let's go ahead and take the portal that Medivh dropped for us. No other damage dealers running in, unfortunately. I'm going to give Medivh a movement speed increase. Sit here and trade for a second. We can throw Aldruin's Might behind me and just disengage a little bit. And look how easy it is to leave a potentially bad situation. It's so easy. Tyrael's just so good at it. And Judgment is so much fun. Why doesn't anyone use Judgment anymore? But again, look at this problem. I just got back. I was in this fight for 3 fucking seconds and I'm already at half mana again. I already want to go back. Like, that's actually a really big deal. That is unfortunate. Let's see. We are pretty far behind. Actually, no, I wouldn't say pretty far behind, but we are behind on Siege right now. The enemy team does have a building advantage over us. It looks like we are attempting to take that bottom shrine right now. I'm just going to try to deal with a little bit of this minion wave. I do remember Tyrael being very, very strong when the meta was focused around generic talents like Blood for Blood. If you were trying to assassinate a Muradin or something immediately in a team fight, Tyrael is really good at that before Blood for Blood was nerfed into the ground. I mean, I can go into you. We could do it. Our dreams can come true. We can make this happen. In fact, I'm not scared of this building at all because the building no longer exists. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I was rooted. I was going to body block that Jim Raynor. I was going to go so deep. I swear, team, I was going to do it for you. I was going to initiate so hard. I want nothing to do with this Arthas. But if they're going for this camp, we can pretty easily engage on this. This is mine now. Please go. No, no, I don't like Ravenous Spirits. You stop it. Dude, seriously, if you want the camp this bad, I can just give it to you. It's fine. Jeez. I didn't even want the... No, there's a Hyperion! I didn't even want the camp. Okay, we won the camp. I wanted that camp. We use the Judgment to interrupt the Ravenous Spirit. It does have a stun effect, and you can use it every 70 seconds, and it's a pretty long-range engage. I've always really, really liked that ability. It's really fun. Looks like we're going to go for a boss right now. We do have a talent tier advantage over the enemy team for at least 1 or 2 more seconds. They're going to be catching up pretty quick. I do want to go for... do we want to pose? Yeah, we want opposing will versus these guys, I think. It'll stop Jim Raynor's damage pretty wholeheartedly as long as he hits us when our shield is up. And it'll also make it so basically Nova can never auto-attack ever, even if she tries to. Nazeeba does have some auto-attack damage with some poisons, but we're not going to worry about that too much. And I'm totally down for pushing with this boss, to be totally honest with you. I do have Judgment up. I can let the team know. Jim Laner for the enemy team is up in the top lane, recalling right now. So we do have a couple seconds to get in here and have a numbers advantage. But it looks like we waited a little bit too long. This isn't going to get very much done. That's okay. We should back up, though. Yeah, we after the boss dies, we don't want anything to do with this. Unless they overextend really far. Medivh should be able to get out of here, no problem. Karazim's going to get out of there, no problem. Nova is looking like she wanted to engage, but she's going to stop as well. All right, let's kill the sippy cup. I'm fine with that. We should be fine. We should be fine. Good VP. That's not the real Nova, right? There's no way. Yeah, we need to get out of this, team. We need to get out of this. I'll give him movement speed increase to Varian here, allowing him to get away from that Ravenous Spirit. Give him some shields just in case, and we are golden. Look at that disengage. Now, if we did go for Sanctification, we could have stood in that a little bit longer. When the Ravenous Spirit comes out, we could just stop all the damage that it's going to deal, and that's a pretty big countermeasure for it. But obviously, we didn't quite go down that path. I'm going to engage pretty hard on Tyrande here. Just because I'm in a position to body block everyone else on their team at the same time. I kept Jim Raynor in that blizzard for a pretty respectable amount of time, and we're still mitigating a ton of damage versus these guys. Remember, when they auto-attack me when my shield's up, they are going to have their auto-attack slowed down, and when they overextend to chase me down a little bit too far, we should be able to pick up some kills. Let's give Jaina a shield, movement speed, and she should be A-okay. If they die, I'm going to be real upset. If they die, I'm going to be really upset. Oh, no. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was close. He should be fine, though, I think. No, leave. Stop it. Please stop going in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, we chillin', team. We chillin'. Let's smite this. Let's just distract him for a second while our minions walk up. There's a lot of minions here. We can channel middle for a minute, but not very long. We can give some shields to our pal Varian Rin over here. We are going to go for Holy Ground at level 16. Always been an extremely popular talent choice. And this, I'm glad this talent's still in the game. I'm glad they kept Holy Ground in, because it's like a callback to the glory days of Tyrael. It's like one of his few defining things that he still has, or one of his few really unique things. I mean, there's plenty of characters that have shields, right? I mean, that's nothing new. But being able to block the ground that the enemy team walks on is a bit more unique. The only other character in the game that's really been able to do that since has been Zarya, of course. I made a video all about that, how I was kind of irritated about that. I am going to engage pretty hard on Tyrandurus Borindoro yet again. The smite damage should be enough to kill her, and now we can body block this Jim Raynor until our team decides to show up. And that, to me, that play right there is exactly how I remember Tyrael. He still plays so well as a very aggressive initiator, even though most builds these days are focused around the idea of being a bit more defensive, appealing for your allies, using sanctification to mitigate damage. You can still play this hyper-aggressive Tyrael and have it be very successful in certain matches. Nah. I don't think we have time to end. And again, we have the problem that I don't have enough fucking mana. Now, a good player of Tyrael would be able to find these regen globes scattered across the map, and they would be able to keep up their mana a little bit more than I would. But hey, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? We do have Judgment here in just 12 seconds. We can block off the majority of this escape from the enemy team. And that's going to be a double kill, ladies and gentlemen. Judgment in 3, 2, 1. Jim Raynor, you ain't going nowhere. You sit right here and you die. Now we can end the game. If we... Oh, never mind. Medivh died. What the fuck killed Medivh? No, let's back up, team. Let's back up, team. I don't think we got it. I think it's too early. I mean, they're still getting kills, so clearly something's going right. We do have a mercenary camp coming in. That's definitely going to help. I'll just keep mitigating damage from this guy. I'll do that for you, team. It looks like we got it. Pretty successful Tyrael match, if I do say so myself. Let's just stay on the core. I think we have it. Oh my god, if I kill this with my trait, I'm going to be so excited. I didn't even get a chance to show you the trait, which is how it should be. When your trait's that bad, he needs a new trait. He needs something. He needs to be able to fall from the sky on someone. Take Falling Sword away from Johanna and give it to Tyrael. Look at that. MVP. Just because we took a little bit of damage. Really, really good game. If you guys want to see the build, I'll go over that in just one moment after I vote for Jaina. Why not? Why the fuck not? At level 1, we did go for Regeneration Master. At level 4, we went for Amp Healing. Zealotry at level 7 increases the duration of righteousness by 50% and reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds. Allows us to keep our shield up on ourselves and our allies significantly more. Judgment for those hard engages, those stuns on the enemy team. Imposing Will. Enemies that attack you while shielded have their attack speed and movement speed slowed by 50% for 2 seconds. Now, I do not believe that this gives the effect of the Imposing Will to anyone that you shield. I'm pretty sure it's just you, because it says you in the description, but it's still pretty good. Holy Ground, so we could limit player movement, just like the good old days of Tyrael. Here are the numbers for today's match. And at level 20, I'm a real big fan of Angel of Justice because he doesn't have battle momentum anymore, because he doesn't have angelic swiftness or whatever it used to be called after they changed it. This allows you to just judge more at a significantly longer range. This can leave you overextended and killed if you don't use it in the right circumstances, so you could easily go for Hardened Shield to keep yourself alive a little bit more. As you can see in that last match, I had no problem with that, though. If your team looks like they're about to take a lot of fucking damage, Sanctification is more than okay. It is the on-meta talent choice right now, if you wanted to try that out. But that's Tyrael. He's pretty good. He's always been good. He's always been one of my favorites, and I really should finish him off and get his master skin because it just looks so different. Can't you see the differences? He gets a crown, some wings on his sword. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all next time.